Hello there, my name is Metamed Thomas Truma. This is Blawa's Data Analyst, and try to find a perfect lighting. Okay, find a perfect lighting. Anyways, so today's video is another video in the video series, The Numbers Game: How to Make Money in Data Analysis as in Zimbabwe or in Africa or wherever you are in this continent. And so the idea, so I have three ways that I think people can benefit from them making a side income used in data science. So number one is going to be creative writing. Not creative writing, technical writing. Technical writing is an extra source of income that I've found. It's not very stable, but then it's money. You can pick up $100 anyways. So what I would do is I would go on the internet and search for data analysis companies or software companies that deal with data in Africa, Europe, wherever. So then I would get this list, and then when I get the list, I go to their websites. I look for the contacts of the people who made the websites. If it's names, I'll go on LinkedIn and search the names of the people and then try to connect with them and then send them a message or an email telling them that, hey, I saw your website, your blog looks a little bit behind. I would like to manage that for you, and I'd like to manage that for you, and maybe you can pay me a little bit of money for doing that. So then I'll do some articles for them, and sometimes I'd get paid per article. Sometimes, one time I didn't get paid at all, but then I didn't have a contract signed that my dumbass didn't figure out that was necessary. So yeah, sometimes these companies, they'll be wanting to increase their exposure, and having technical documents written about their product or service really makes a big difference for them. So I'd say technical writing is also a way that you can earn side income. But then for it to be easier for you to break into it, you need to start writing now, so that you can have some sort of skills or some sort of reference form to where you actually wrote something and it got a little bit of traction, or people enjoyed reading it, or it got some form of exposure. For me, I also write part-time for this company. It's called Breaking the Lines. I write for them when I talk about sports analysis and player analysis and that type of stuff. It gets posted on Twitter, and yeah, that's one side of how you can earn inside income as a data analyst or data scientist. Number two, this one is gonna be really interesting. It's consulting. I remember this other time I had a conversation with a friend of mine. He said to me, I told him about a guy who was interested in all this data stuff, and he wanted to know how his company would approach the collection of the data, the storing of the data, and how to interpret and analyze it. And then I told him how I would go about it and how a lot of professionals in the world out there go about it. And when we did that, and after that, I realized something interesting. He said to me that, you know, that all of this stuff that you did for this guy for free, you could have made him pay. In fact, you should have made him pay for that, because the specialized knowledge that you took time to discover. So it's the same thing as when you ask for legal advice from a lawyer. It's worth some money, so you have to pay them that money. So it's the same thing with you know. You can, and the way that you can approach to get clients for your consultancy is you can build up a social media following and some sort of authority in the space that you're speaking of, so that people can understand that, okay, you're a seasoned data analyst or data scientist, and you you know what you're talking about, you are worth listening to. So my approach to that is this technique that is called content marketing. I learned it from a guy called Chris Du on the internet. His YouTube channel is called The Future. I think I'm going to leave a link down to below. You can learn a lot from it if you're a freelancing person. So the way that I approach it, I read these articles, these documents, right? And I talk about maybe 4 things that you need to look out for when you are dealing with data, or 4 things that data can help to build your company or your product or your service. And then I put out on Twitter, and then I just put 1 point, just put the first point or put half of the first point there, and then I say, hey, if you're interested in reading the rest of this document, I have it for you on the link below. Or you can even just DM me the word data, and people slide into my DM, and then they say leave in comments, say data. So then I slid into their DM, and then I said to him, hey, send me your email so that I can send you the document, and I can send you other materials if you in the future, if you find them interesting. So you see what I did there? Now I've gotten their email, and now I've gotten their consent. So in the future, if I wanna sell something, or if I want to distribute some material, I know that I can always also push it to their emails, because I've already gotten that consent from them. So this content marketing, you can help it to grow your consultancy business, so that when people can approach you and say, hey, I'm interested in doing this with data, you can tell them, okay, you know what, we can book a coaching call, and then you can we can discuss. And by the way, my rate is this much per hour. You know, you should have an hourly rate figured out, how much it is, how much you are willing to charge for that. But first, you gotta build credibility, you gotta build a level of authority, voice in the space that you're trying to get into. And then number 3, this one is an interesting one. It's called it's coaching and consulting. No, it's coaching and training, seminars and whatever the case may be. The good friends of mine at Data Science Zimbabwe have started doing this thing, and I believe that there's a lot of money which can be made in coaching and training people and companies on data, good practices of data ethics. All of these things is possible for you to give. Sorry, maybe it's possible for you to give trainings and seminars if you know what you're talking about. Because I've been approached to do this thing maybe 2 or 3 times now, and one of the times that the deal fell through, and one of the times it actually worked out. We hosted the seminar, we talked to the people, the employees, we coached them on how to write good reports, and it all worked out for the best. The client was happy with the service that we provided, and promised to refer us and call us again in the future. So what I would say what I would do to prepare you for coaching, for coaching and training and seminars, is for you to prepare a team. It's difficult for you to approach companies and individuals if you are just one, no team with you. So I would have made the video a little bit longer, but then I feel like it's getting a little bit too noisy for my liking here. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Thomas Chuma, Bulawayo State Analyst, signing out.